What's up, all you break away from the 9 to 5ers? I just want to make a quick video for all of you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be sending it to each and every one of you. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to be talking today about the 4 key pillars or the 4 key aspects that we need to keep in mind, the 4 main things that we need to keep in mind when we're choosing and analyzing a property. Okay, so remember, you guys all know by now, you guys have all been through the market analysis, okay? That is number one. It's number one on the list for a reason. That's the first thing we tackle, right? You guys all know that. Market analysis, because we need to choose the right market. If we don't choose the right market, okay, nothing else will work. It has to be in a place that is attracting good tenants, right? The type of tenants that you want and that, you won't be worried about, right? The type of market appreciation we want, right? There's a lot of people out there who either invest for just cash flow or just market appreciation, right? See, they're investing just because they think it's going to appreciate, this month, this much, or, by a couple $100,000 in the next 2 or 3 years. We can do both. We can invest for cash flow and market appreciation, okay? We don't have to choose one or the other, okay? So market is the number one thing for a reason. We want to make sure that we're in a good market. It's continuing to grow, right? It's on the up and up. There's more things coming, right? Is there going to be, for example, a new big Amazon warehouse there? Like things like that, we need to know in advance, right? We need to call the city. We need to see, hey, what's on the plan here in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, right? That is good market appreciation. We know that it's a gem. We know that it's attracting people constantly. There's lots of jobs. It's a good family-oriented place, right? All these things, we need to make sure that we're investing in the right market, okay? If we don't get this right, there's no use even talking about the other 3 things, okay? So market's number one. We have to invest in the right market, okay? Next, guys, you guys all know by now as well that I love to force the appreciation, okay? We have to. I don't want a brand new house. I don't want a brand new townhome. I don't want a brand new anything. I want something that I can go in and I can add value, whether it's me actually swinging the hammer and doing the work or we're hiring contractors, right? I'm talking to, all of you guys here, right? There's, you know who you are, who like to get the hands dirty, and you also know who you are who have no interest in that and you want to hire contractors. Each one of those is fine, right? But we have to be able to raise the value of a property. That is the next most important thing. What are you buying, right? First it's where, and next is what are you buying? Can you raise the value, right? Will it cash flow? Will we get market appreciation? And can we force the appreciation? That is going to allow us to be able to get our money back, okay? And this is our next point. Can we get the ARV we want? Okay, so this is a big one, guys. If you guys can see that. Yeah, ARV, okay? After repair value. Are we going to get there, right? Are we going to buy the right property and force appreciation to get the right after repair value, right? We want to make sure that we know our number beforehand so we know, hey, what are we going to do to this property? How long will it take? How much will it cost? And how much will it be worth at the end, right? Once we know that, we know that we can get 80% of that on refinance. So if you force the appreciation by enough, you can pull that money back out to go reinvest in deal number 2, 3, 4, 5, and still have a cash flowing asset that's still in a good market and still forced appreciation is worth more than you bought it, right? That's what we want. Market, right? Force the appreciation. ARV, pull out our capital, right? Pull out our capital, okay? And next, last and final thing, guys, we want to make sure, does it meet your requirements, okay? So big one here is your requirements, okay? Your requirements. Does it meet your requirements? What do you want to do to the property? Is it a single family? Do you want to make it a duplex, right? Based on our market analysis, what kind of tenants are we getting in there, right? Is it a side-by-side duplex? Is it an up and down duplex? Is it a triplex, right? Is it a duplex we're converting it to a triplex? Are you keeping it single family but just getting a really high-end tenant, a really high-end paying family in there, right? Does it meet your requirements? Is the head height there in the basement, right? Does it have the side entrance? Can we make a side entrance? What can we do to that property? Does it meet your requirements? That is a big one, okay? We need to know the rules beforehand. Can we widen the driveway, right? Will the city allow it? We have to know that it meets our requirements on the property before purchasing it. We can't purchase it. Oh, I love this property. Take the emotion out of buying. We don't want to have emotion when we're buying. We want to say, hey, is this a good investment? Yes or no? Yes. Let's look into it more. Let's see if it meets our requirements, right? No, it's not. Okay, part ways. Bye-bye. I don't like it, right? Don't get emotional when you're buying. Okay, we have to make sure, guys, when we're doing this and purchasing a property, we need to do the research before. And once we get it, then the fun starts, right? But we can't, too many people buy it and then go, okay, yeah, I'm thinking about adding a basement apartment. Nope. It doesn't meet the requirements. It doesn't meet the requirements. You don't have the head height in the basement. You know, the city doesn't allow it. No, we don't allow legal duplexes, right? Well, there's not an egress window. Can we add one? Yes. But guys, the main point is we need to make sure that it meets whatever you're trying to do to that property and it meets the requirements. And that falls back into, right? Can we force the appreciation? Can we force the appreciation on the property? Guys, I think you guys get the point. But number one, okay, number one always, these are the four main things. The four main things, guys, is it in the right market? Does it attract the right people? Can we get the cash flow we want? Is there jobs? Is there things that we're gonna get? Is there market appreciation? Is there forced appreciation? Is it in the right market, okay? Is it growing? Will it always be growing, right? Right market. Next, can we force the appreciation? Guys, we have to be able to raise the value. That's where the money is made, okay? Can we get the ARV we want, right? Is it gonna be worth for like purchase price, right? Do we get it for the right price to know that we're gonna hit this after we force the appreciation? Can we hit the after repair value, right? We have to know that. We have to know that beforehand. What are other houses going for? What do they look like? Are they outdated, updated? We have to know that, okay? And last but not least, guys, okay, so that one's good. Last but not least, does it meet your requirements? What do you want to do to the property? We have to be clear on that. We have to be clear on that before we purchase. That's why we come up with our goals, right? That's why we work together one-on-one to make sure what is your goal? Where do you want to be in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months? Where do you want to be in a year, 3 years, 4, 5 years, right? What's your goal? What's your requirements for the property? And it's going to change, and that's okay. But we have to know before we purchase all these things, guys. So that's the four main things. You know what? This is so valuable because there's so many people I talk to that make all these mistakes. All of them. Every single one. They invest in the wrong market. They buy something brand new. They can't force depreciation. The after repair value isn't there, right? It's already the after repair value when they buy it. And it doesn't meet the requirements. They can't do what they want to do. It's a townhome, and they want to put a legal basement apartment in it. Like there's so I think I'm going to share this on Facebook to the actual Breakaway from the 9-to-5 group, the public one, because people need to know this, guys. Anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying your week so far. Keep crushing it, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message anytime, and yeah, I can't wait to connect with you all.